Good morning, class. Are you ready to learn another lesson today? Okay, children, look at this picture. What kind of creature is this? This is a... That's right, this is a fairy. How about this one? That's right, this is a dwarf. How about this one? Correct, this is a goddess. These are some of the characters of the story that we will read. Are you ready? Okay. The title of the story is Anya's Way. This is written by Cindy F. De Assis. One day, Anya went to the woods to help her mother gather vegetables from their lunch. When she decided to return, she couldn't find her way back. She was lost. Not knowing what to do, she still continued to walk until she reached a crossroad. "Where is the right way, right or left?" she asked herself. Suddenly a tiny creature with wings like a fairy appeared in front of her. "You seem lost, young girl. Answer my question, and I will show you the way," said the creature. "What is your question then?" asked Anya. "If I give you a bag of gold today, what will you do to the gold?" "Turn right if your answer is to bury it. Turn left if your answer is to share it," said the fairy. Anya remembered all the things that her mother taught her. Finally, she turned left. She continued to walk until she reached another crossroad. Suddenly, a tiny creature with pointed ears like a dwarf appeared in front of her. "You seem lost, young girl. Answer my question, and I will show you the way," said the creature. "What is your question then?" Anya asked. "If your friend did a bad thing, what will you do?" "Turn right if you will tell your friend's action to your teacher. Turn left if you will do nothing," said the elf. Again, Anya remembered all the things that her mother taught her. Finally, she turned right. She continued to walk until she reached a new crossroad. Suddenly, a lady in a shiny white dress like a goddess appeared in front of her. "You seem lost, young girl. Answer my question, and I will show you the way," said the lady. "What is your question then?" asked Anya. "If I give you the chance to go to a place that you desire the most, what will you do?" "Turn right if you will accept it. Turn left if you will turn down the offer and go back to your current life that you have." At this moment, Anya remembered her mother and realized how she really missed her. Finally, she turned left. She walked continuously until she heard a voice shouting her name. She saw her mother running towards her. Anya hugged her mother and told her that she got lost. "How did you find your way back?" asked her mother. "I just remember all the things that you taught me. Doing the right thing will lead you to the right way. Thank you, mother," said Anya as she hugged her mother again. Did you like the story? Okay, Children, what parts are real in the story? What parts are fantasy in the story? What do you think? Okay, we will discuss that today. Our lesson for today is Module 2, Reality or Fantasy. What is the difference between reality versus fantasy? Reality is real and could happen. In reality, characters and events in the story are true and could happen in real life. In reality, you can experience through the five senses: see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. On the other hand, fantasy is strange, magical, and cannot happen. In fantasy, characters and events are make believe and not true. In products fantasy are just products of our imagination only. Now class, I have here some parts of the story. Now let us classify them if they are reality or fantasy. Number 1. Anya went to the forest to help her mother. Reality or fantasy? Correct. Reality. Letter B. Anya met a fairy in the forest. Is this reality or fantasy? Correct. This is just a fantasy because fairy is just a part of our imagination. It's not real. Letter C. The goddess showed Anya the way back home. Yes, it's also a fantasy. Letter D. A tiny creature with pointed ears like a dwarf appeared in front of her. Correct. Fantasy. Because dwarfs are not real. Letter E. Doing the right thing will lead you to the right way. Reality or fantasy? Correct. Reality. Letter F. The last one. Anya hugged her mother. Yes, reality. Now class, try to answer this activity. Write reality if the statement describes the meaning of reality. Write fantasy if the statement describes the meaning of fantasy. Write your answer on a sheet of paper. Are you ready? Okay. Number 1. It is real and could happen in real life. Correct. Reality. Number 2. The characters in the story are magical, like fairies and witches. That's right, this is fantasy. Number 3. Events are true and based on facts. That's right, reality. Number 4. People can experience it in their lives. Reality or fantasy? Very good. The answer is reality. Number 5. There are details in the story that are only imagined and impossible to happen. Correct. This is fantasy. Now, class, listen to the following sentences. Write R if the sentence is a reality and F if it is a fantasy. Is that clear? Number 1. Cleaning my room makes my mother happy. Okay, the answer is R, reality. Number 2. My cat, my cat shouted and asked for a cup of milk. Reality or fantasy? Fantasy, that's right. Because cat cannot or could not talk, right? Number 3. Melinda set the table for dinner. Okay, reality. Number 4. I saw a flying broom last night. Okay, letter F. Fantasy. It's not real. Okay, number 5. Benjamin collects books from the library. Okay, R. Reality. Did you get all the answers? Excellent! If you like this video lesson, click like. If you are new to my channel, click subscribe. Thank you.